Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm your Cosmic Auntie, the interstellar storyteller, and this is going to be a pick-a-pile reading for the new moon in Scorpio and partial solar eclipse that's coming up on October 25th, 2022. I'm recording this on October 20th. Yes, October 20th. And I hope that this video finds you as well as you can be. I'm so happy that you're here. Thrilled even, and I'm equally as thrilled to jump into this energetic conversation. These readings will lean into the cosmic frequencies that are coming down, and the messages from the universe in regards to the frequencies that are coming in. I hope that they're of service in some way to you. I hope that they're able to come alongside you in your journey, encourage you, see you, validate you, and I hope that they're able to provide some tidbits to reflect on that will assist you in gaining greater clarity to what it is that you're experiencing, sensing, doing, all of those things. I'm really excited. There's 3 words that came up while I was meditating and tuning into this for this reading, and in true Scorpio fashion, the words for one, all start with T, which I like, and it goes trust. Oh no, actually it goes truth, trust, and transformation. And I feel like each reading is going to be different, but I feel like that's a core to this new moon energy. New moons are a fresh start. It's a new lunar phase. It's the dark moon. You might see in your reading and your watching of new moon videos and stuff like that a lot of astrologers and people say like this is a good time to plant new seeds, because a seed gets planted deep into the soil, into the darkness, and it roots and starts reaching for the light. It roots and stabilizes itself and reaches for the light to break the soil and grow into its entirety. So every new moon is a new phase, and it is an invitation to plant new seeds, to set new intentions, goals. They could be short-term goals, long-term goals. That's up to you. You know yourself best, right? So yeah, I'm excited. Let's jump in. I'm going to introduce the decks. Please choose the deck that draws you in the most. And then go down to the timestamps in my description and find that time in the video, and that'll be a reading. So I will see you then. Please feel free to pause this video and really take your time with it, okay? So this is pile number 1 with the spider ring. You can see that. So this is pile number 1 right here. And then pile number 2 is Peridot or Peridot. So that is pile number 2. And then pile number 3 is Amber. Sorry, there we go. So like I said, take your time, lean into it. No need to, there's no picking a wrong pile, okay? It's the one that catches your eye, the one that draws you in most, okay? So I will see what you're reading. Let's start with pile number 1. All right. Oops. All right. Pile number 1. If you picked the cool spider ring, this is your reading for the new moon in Scorpio. And the partial solar eclipse. Truth, trust, and transformation is the 3 words. So let's put these oracle over to the side and we'll start with some tarot. How you doing, pile number one? I'm so happy you're here. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm so happy to have you. I'm looking for my community and it's starting to grow, and I'm thrilled, and I would love for you to be a part of it if you feel called to. I love hearing from you, so please let me know if there's any synchronicities or if anything resonates or anything like that. Thoughts, feelings, reflections, all of it. So I've got a jumper of the 3 of coins and the Emperor, building. There's yeah, so there's the strong notion of building. There's a connection of like mind, body, and soul here. I really feel a focus, because the Emperor is on the bottom of the deck, a focus of mind, body, and soul towards this growth and this building. So with this new moon, and whatever it is that you're building or wanting, that you are building or wanting to start to build, jot down or, you know, type into your notes in your phone some of the things and the intentions moving forward of what you would like to accomplish in this moon phase, because the solar eclipse is, these are like fast track portals. They also are kind of, I just saw a chalk erase, you know, an eraser. So there's things that get removed as well, like wiped clean. Slates are wiped clean. Maybe some of you are wanting to call in like certain connections that will assist in this goal and assist in whatever it is that you're building. And because this energy is kind of a community kind of card as well. It kind of talks about people sharing their talents to reach a common goal, or they're like-minded individuals that contribute their unique talents and gifts and perspectives to a situation. Right, the Emperor is in charge of an empire. Like the Emperor, it has a lot to take care of, a lot of responsibilities, and the Emperor does not do it alone. Okay, so some of you may be thinking about hiring new people into a business that you run, workplace. Some of you may be thinking about, you know, the people that you're wanting to hire to do home renovations or anything like that, any kind of assistance. And I feel, yeah, again, like this mind, body, soul connection in regards to building the life of your dreams moment to moment. So that's cool. All right, so we've got the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Coins, the 6 of Swords, Ace of Coins, King of Wands, Page of Swords, Page of Wands, 2 of Wands, Temperance, and the High Priestess. And the 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is bringing in a fast gust of wind. Winds of change, my friends, in pile number 1. Winds of change. So things could be, yeah, taking a quick, happening quickly. And I sense that there's been a notion of, yeah, waiting and preparation. Sorry, preparing. This is making a lot of noise, so preparing. There's things that have been preparing, you've been preparing, intentions being stated and put out there. There's things in this group, like there's things that you're growing. These could be relationships, this could be businesses, this could be, yeah, like home renovations, you know, your dream home. This could be the way, you know, you feel in your body as well, different physical and health wise, like intentions. So yeah, interesting. There's a real beautiful flavor here, pile number 1, of like letting go of releasing a lot of, like, letting go, and it's in the mental realm where there's just more mental space to focus on what it is that you want to focus on. Some of you have maybe moved communities and are now, you know, rebuilding or building your life in a new community. Some of you may have moved places and are now setting up this place, or some of you have maybe left relationships. This could be romantic relationships, work relationships, friendships, or moved away from them in certain ways, kind of calibrated the way that you interact with them in order to create that mental space, because I feel like there's a very driven energy here. There's things that are wanting to be created, things that are being created. Some of you may be wanting to travel to a certain place and are really starting to put in the effort to, you know, saving that money in order to do that. I feel too like some of you may be getting, like, you know, starting to get over a certain breakup, and there's a freshness and a realization of, okay, you know, a realization of like your, you know, your ability to create and to build the life of your dreams, and to be abundant, and also of your value, of your worth, of your beauty. Very cool. So whatever is being built, or whatever like it is that's being done in this pile, like I feel like there's a very strong inner child connection. It's almost like, yeah, things that you're coming back to from, you know, past selves and the inner child. And even if it's not exactly when you were like a little kid, it may be back in moments where you're just, there's almost like a notion of revisiting something and, you know, bringing it more into the forefront. It's almost like, yeah, you know, you can make a life doing, it's cool. I sense there's a lot of brain power being put towards a plan, you know. One of my favorite tarot readers, her channel is called Rumi Oracle. One time in one of the readings, she said the difference between a dream and a goal is a plan. And I sense there's real concrete plans being, you know, put into action here. And there's a readiness for something new. With these 2 pages here, it's this blossoming energy. It's the beginning of some sort. There's a certain freshness, innocence, and growth potential here. So in this new moon, I sense there's going to be rapid momentum with whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever it is that you're growing, whatever it is that you're putting your effort into. whatever it is that, you know, the ways you're wanting to feeling in your body, there's gonna be like, yeah, results in some way, you know, because the Ace of Coins is committed energy. It's very much abundant energy. It's successful. It's, you know, promising. And it's the seed. Like I said in the beginning of this video, you know, the new moon is about planting seeds, and the seed first gets planted deep into the dark soil, and it grows roots to stabilize itself, and then it starts growing up, and you know, growing towards the sun, growing towards the light, and, you know, actualizing itself in each of its phase. So, you know, the Ace of Coins is about something having good, strong legs. Some of you may have been, navigating and grieving a heartbreak and have, you know, moved on and are ready to start a new relationship. A relationship in where you know, it's very important to be met. There's an understanding of your value, of your worth, of your energy, of your Again, then there's some of you may be growing a business, and some of you are traveling. There's a lot of dreaming energy here, which is beautiful. Things that have been dreamt of and are now being, through effort, through intention, through action, there's this manifestation in some way. Regardless of what you're doing and what's happening with you, pile number one, I sense that there's a notion of really kind of wanting to call in people that resonate with your energy, that will assist in this, you know, this goal, assist in this growth. Very cool. So temperance is in your strengths, pile number one, and that just really shows me that there's this curiosity about like how things are working, especially with the page of swords here, the present energy. There's this curiosity, there's this openness, there's this like excitement of trying new things, thinking of new ways of doing something, really kind of putting that, like, being really focused on. It's weird because I just sense there's focus on curiosity. Again, the difference between a dream and a goal is a plan. So what is being planned? What's working? What's not working? How are you playing with that? How are you toying with that? How you know? Because it's leading like to the Page of Wands, which is this readiness for like some newness, ready for adventure. So again, I get this big travel vibe from this pile. Big, like, ready for new relationships or ready for new commitments in your relationships, you know, taking that first step in, you know, your business plan, or launching your business, or, you know, hiring new people for your business, because there's growth in there. Gosh, there's just so many things I feel like y'all are doing, and if this resonates with you, please leave a comment down below, because I want to know, because I'm nosy, what you're up to. Of course, only if you feel comfortable. But yeah, there's this notion of like, your inner child is the Three of Wands. It's like very excited. It's like, look, it's almost like I'm getting this like little kid waiting at the window for their like parent to come home, you know, like super excited, or like waiting for their friend to come over, or like their favorite aunt, or like, you know, like just totally, and knowing they're coming, right? That's the Three of Wands, is that they know that it's coming because there's been action put towards that direction, or, you know, there's this knowing with this, and there's a certain trust, right? There's truth. What is the truth? What is your truth? What is the you know, truth, trust, and transformation. So I sense, yeah, there's this major transformation. There's things that like have been accomplished in the past, and now there's this like space where you're either building on that, or you're, you know, taking this opportunity to start something new and try something new, go somewhere new. There's such a strong curiosity with this energy, and again, this new moon and this eclipse, I swear, is going to bring like this reading started with a gust of energy. So there's been preparation, pile number one. I feel so strongly that you've been putting a lot of work into, I can't ever say this word, preparation, you know, setting your intentions, tweaking the plan, playing with things, you know, in regards to the plan, and like feeling this call to adventure, call to new direction, readiness for fresh experiences. There's a lot of inspiration, and like there's a lot of like, yeah, just curiosity. And again, back to the like little kid at the window, like they know their blessings are coming, like they know their like parents are coming, or they, whatever they're waiting for. Like, so I sense that there's a notion of like your inner child and you perhaps like waiting at the window, like knowing like your ships are coming in, because there's just been so much like effort put towards, you know, what it is that you're manifesting, what it is that you're growing. Super cool. The advice is the High Priestess, my friends. There's this notion of really, really following that inner knowing, that instinct, that gut, kind of your gut. And through that, really becoming more aware of yourself, get to know yourself more. There's this kind of notion of coming out of like a challenging time, a time where there's been some disappointment or some loss or some sadness, or like a sense of lack, and taking, you know, initiative to, yeah, like heal and move on from that. So again, some of you may have gone through a breakup, some of you may have had job changes, some of you may have had, you know, environmental changes in some way, and loss in some way, and some of you may just, you know, have really been healing like kind of a scarcity mindset or a lack mindset, feeling like a bit disenchanted. That's what I heard, like feeling a little bit disenchanted. And what's interesting is there's like this little kid and her cape. Again, there's just this notion of really feeding your inner child, feeding a sense of curiosity. Some of you may have, you know, tried a new hobby, and it's really like brought in a lot of inspiration, a lot of, you know, and there's a new community being built there, and like whatever it is, like it has good strong legs. This is in your heart position. So there's things that are being created, there's things that are being grown, committed to, that, you know, really feed the heart. So keep looking for those people, places, and things that resonate with your frequency. And through this like awareness, if this resonates with you, this awareness of feeling a little bit disenchanted with life, like, because there's maybe some of you have got to, because the King of Wands is in the past position, and then it gets to the Page of Wands in the future. So there's either a certain level you've got at a position in work and, you know, ready to try something new in your workplace, or like, you know, grow to that next level, or something completely new. Because it's interesting how it goes from the King of Wands to the Page of Wands. Because even when you're at the King, right, like the King is very successful, the King is very charismatic, the King is very confident, which is interesting. Right under this 5, it's like of Cups, but the King is very confident, but it doesn't mean that the King is like stops trying new things, right? So again, some of you got to a level in life, or a place in life where, you know, you're trying new hobbies, or you know, groups, starting a new business, new relationships, or leveling up in your relationships, getting to a new commitment level with your relationships. Some of you have been dealing with a broken heart and are really feeling like you're moving on, and in that moving on, feeling more enchanted with life again. Very cool. And like, again, and the 8 of Wands is rapid change. It's major insights, major, like, you know, like ideas and inspiration, pivots. This is also a travel card. Some of you may be really wanting to travel to a new place, and maybe this like moon phase is when those intentions are going to be even more cemented. Some of you may be ready to buy that plane ticket, or book that hotel, or book that place, or book that trip, whatever it is, right? Like, and we've got the King of Coins on the bottom of the deck here. So yeah, the 5 of Coins here in the subconscious energy, like some of you may have gone through environmental changes. I know we've talked about this before, it's already, but yeah, and now we're moving on and creating new things that are really growing good strong legs and good strong roots, and keep playing with that plan, keep toying with like the approach, and really, you know, sharing your ideas and insights, and feeling a sense of wonderment. Like there's a real notion of feeling enchanted with life again, pile number 1, after maybe a difficult time, a challenging time of change. And again, remember, the King of Wands is open to trying new things, even when they've got to that king level. Yeah. And then we've got the King of Coins, so that's a card of like, yeah, very much a beautiful success and abundance, generosity, loyalty. So even though things have changed in the past, like there's been change for sure, it is here. And through these challenges, there's this concept in some way that I sense that your inner child has led you to. Either you're revisiting something you've always wanted to do and are now taking action towards it, or, you know, your inner child has been like, hey, look at that, that's interesting, like look at, you know, to really incite that joy and bringing the awareness to that sense of uninhibited joy and flow and curiosity, and like how that assists in, you know, feeling enchanted again. So yeah, there's things that you're either revisiting or you have discovered that you really like, that really inspire you, and have started to take action towards that. starting new jobs, building yourself a new job, dream homes, dream communities, dream locations to travel to, dream relationships, whatever it is for you. Like I said, please leave a comment below if this resonates with you. You know, the universe is encouraging you to keep tuning in with your knowing, keep that, you know, connecting to your personal power, you know, and because that, you know, you're tuning in is that direct telephone line to the universe, to the magnetic soul of existence that we're all a part of, right? We're all essential parts of the fabric of existence. And this powerful co-creation can occur when we, you know, tune in to ourselves. And with Scorpio and the new moon wants to dive down deep. So there's new realms I sense of like spiritual gifts and intuitive gifts and trusting your intuition more, right? The truth, trust, and transformation. And that is all very much here. There's like new truths, and there's truths that are either uncovered or discovered in this reading, that are being, you know, action is being taken towards them. And there's this notion of, you know, trust in yourself to bring this about, and transformation out of, you know, a challenging time, and you know, mentally moving on from that challenging time, trying new things, going new places, and, you know, witnessing this transformation, witnessing this deepening trust with yourself and with life, and, you know, exploring the truth of the moment, releasing what no longer serves and what has been outgrown, pile number 1. So let's do some oracle and see what's coming up. We've got Astara, fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. I can't even make this up. Beautiful. Yes. So if this resonates with you and you know, are starting something new, I hope that it's a little pat on the back and a little like fist bump along the way, because, you know, this is a wonderful time to start something new, especially during this like new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is this deep desires, and, you know, bringing them about. And then the eclipse is going to amplify that. It's also going to, you know, swipe that chalk brush across the chalkboard here and create a clean slate. There's a clean slate here, and there's been preparation and healing that has led to this moment. And yeah, I wish you all the best in what you're creating. Okay, so then we've got 33, master healing. Where is the book? Oh, here. As you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You become an increasingly powerful healer. You are here to live your own life, to be true to what genuinely moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master, Serapis Bey, comes to you now with a blessing of master healing to further your success on your path. Yeah, so with this high priestess as the advice, like some of you may be really deepening and becoming more aware of your spiritual gifts, and, you know, trusting them more deep, you know, and integrating them more and using them more and all of this kind of stuff. So like there's, you know, very much a deep healing energy here, and a lot of you, you know, you be healers. As you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You become an increasingly powerful healer. You are here to live your own life, to be true to what genuinely moves you. Yes, so there is like this notion of curiosity, this notion of what moves you, and putting these like plans into action and playing with them, being curious about them and tweaking them, and, you know, setting your intentions, putting action towards this. And life is coming up to co-create with you. And I sense that there'll be lots of momentum during this eclipse season, and these eclipses will assist in I just saw like the rainbow road when you hit that pile and go zoom across the thing, you know, like there's going to be momentum here. Very cool. Okay, well, we got another 33. So yes, so this is very spiritual number. Serapis Bay could be a very helpful guide and frequency to tap into if you resonate with this reading. Like, there's an awareness of your spiritual gifts and then putting them into practice with truth, trust, and transformation. Coming out of a challenging time where things changed on you, where things shifted, you know, and there's this notion of really deep trusting your intuition and you know, moving in that trust that is paying off. It's brought you to this place where there's more mental capacity to focus on what you want to focus on. This Ace of Coins, the seed that has been planted, you know, like very much committing to this growth, building what it is that you want to build. Again, a lot of you are probably spiritual healers and healers in some way, and are ready for fresh new experiences. And creativity and passion and insight. So, okay, we got another 33. So you who show the way. Which one is this one? I don't think they have numbers. So this is from the Rumi deck, and I'll read your Rumi poem, and that'll be the end of the reading. So cool that you got two 33s. Okay, you who show the way. The logical mind runs away from drowning. Lovers accept drowning in the sea as their destiny. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. Rumi. I have looked to you in my darkest moments, searched for you as though fumbling for the candle and matches during unexpected and interminable blackout. I am the ship at sea, seeking you as my guiding light. Nay, I am the sea, rising up to the horizon because I yearn to be closer to you. Then, oh, to my greatest relief, you rise like a phoenix from the ocean, casting hallowed golden light all around you. This great blazing angel of holy fire. In a sweet instant, my soul rests in your presence. The sea becomes calm. The darkness abates. Your light reveals truth, and through your living presence, I know my true self again. I am what you are. Even when it appears I am returning after being lost in darkness, as though I could ever be extinguished. I am divine light. I am you, a living sun. Wow, pile number 1. So transformation. There has been dark times, and there's been this like light in the darkness, and this realization that you are the light in the darkness, and this connection with spirit, this connection with the universe, this connection with you, and making small moves towards greater freedom. And I sense that this new moon in Scorpio could be a very powerful time to seeing some momentum in this preparation, this momentum in this healing. Maybe some of you are getting ready to step out and share your teachings, share your knowledge, and share who you are more, you know? So I hope this has been helpful in some way. I wish you the most wonderful new moon and eclipse season. Lots of love to you. All right, so if you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. Pile number 2 with the Peridot or the Peridot ring. So truth, trust, and transformation. So we're going to move these over here for now. And we'll do the oracle later. But let's see what's coming up for you, pile number 2, for the new moon in Scorpio partial solar eclipse. Okay, so 10 of Swords has been a jumper. This feels heavy. This feels painful, feels challenging, feels, but it's, the 10 of Swords is always about things that happened in the past. Now this could be yesterday, could be last week, last month, last year, 10 years ago. Doesn't matter, it's painful and it happened. So then we've got the Queen of Wands. Phoenix energy, new moon in Scorpio. Scorpio is very much the phoenix. So there's this like transformation out of a painful place, this healing, this reconnection to the inner flame and the sacred fierceness that comes with the Queen of Wands. This notion of charisma, this notion of creativity, gumption, feeling confident. You know, the Queen of Wands feels confident in themselves and is aware of their ability to navigate, you know, the challenges of their lives, to think creatively. They're also very protective. So out of this place, I sense there's like this painful place, this 10 of Swords, the places that you've been hurt, betrayed, shocked, or your trust has been broken. These places of transcendence into the Queen of Wands feels very much like, yeah, getting in touch with your fierceness again, and your fierce love and your fierce protection. You know, like the Queen of Wands is very discerning, like, you know, like she's the hostess with the mostest, like very generous, but will literally breathe fire into your face if you like mess with her or her loved ones. So there's like a notion of like really kind of rising from the ashes and remembering your power, remembering your vibrancy. I love it. Okay. Oh, we got the Six of Wands. Whoops. We got the Six of Wands as your inner child position. I'll show you the cards. All of my decks will be listed in the description box below as well if you want to check them out. Okay, then we've got the 10 of Pentacles in your subconscious. Sorry, I always forget to do that. 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, the World card in your conscious position. Ace of Wands in your heart space. Four of Pentacles in the past position. Six of Pentacles in the present. Two of Wands in the future. Two of Cups in the blockages. Page of Pentacles in your strengths. And the Four of Wands as your advice. The first thing like I immediately heard is that you will love again. Some of you may have, gone through breakups recently, or gone through a breakup in the past that has been challenging to heal and has taken time. I sense that there's like a very much a completion to this, and a fresh start here. Again, this passion, this fire, this vibrancy, this power is returning. And when I say breakups, this could be romantic breakups, with your romantic partner. This could be friendship breakdowns in any way, any kind of work-related conflict, anything. But yeah, there's like a notion of really kind of bringing this circle in quite small, like something with the 10 of Swords coming out at the beginning. This is giving me kind of an overview of like what's being like navigated out of right now. And like the 10 of Swords is no joke. This is times where we felt really, really, really hurt, and it can go way back into childhood. And I sense that there's been huge transformative healing here. And there's this focus on health and wealth now. And calling your power back to you, right? The phoenix, after being burnt to a crisp, rises and is bigger and brighter every time. And, is reminded of their abilities and their wingspan, and even has new abilities. They get upgraded. And I feel like there's lots of upgrades here. And that could be really coming through with this moon phase and the eclipse. The eclipse is, I was just saying to pile number 1, is like a chalkboard eraser. It creates a clean slate and amplifies the things that, are being worked on, being built and being done, and, in regards to our healthiest well-being. It will amplify those things. Especially in Scorpio, it's like, what do you desire? Like, what do you truly desire? What do you really want? What is your truth? What has happened in order to assist in the deeper trust with yourself? And how is that assisting you in navigating the transformations happening in your life? Because pile number 2, I feel like there's a lot of initiative to transformation here. And feeling like, you're, again, not to be redundant, but your power, like, back to you. Your Ace of Wands is in the heart space. Like, this is passion, this is power, this is your fire energy, your creativity, your insight, your drive. There's a real drive here. So a lot of you may have been healing, right? Like, very much keeping it very kind of simple and a little bit like muted and chill, and keeping it real, some of you, if you have been experiencing like, romantic breakdowns in ways of divorce or breakups, that may have kind of shook up your finances for a bit, and things were really much like, I heard, monk style. Some of you, if it came to friends or roommates, again, that created a notion of being very, there's a financial constraint here in the past that has been expanding and growing in regards to, maybe some of you have asked for help. Maybe some of you have found like a position that assists in, like, being able to release a little bit more control on that. Because there's the 6 of Pentacles right at the center of the reading here, and that shows me that there's this notion of resourceful reciprocity. So some of you, seeing that financial growth so that there's a little bit more room to be able to share with your loved ones, or, you know, initiatives in the community, or vice versa. There's a notion of like, okay, there's things that you may find yourself wanting to do, and going to, you know, ask for those resources, apply for the resources that you need in order to assist you in growing these things. Because right now, pile number 2, I'm seeing a real vision in regards to what it is that you're wanting to, the directions and what you want to go. The Ace of Wands in your heart and the 2 of Wands in your future. It's like, okay, there is a notion of reciprocity here. There's a real true notion of reciprocity, your passion being matched. It doesn't have to be exactly like, you know, like a mirror image. Of course not. If we're all the same, we'd be boring, right? But it's like people, places, things, opportunities that come alongside you in your light, in your passion, in your power, and assist in, you know, that direction, assist in building that thing, doing the thing, focusing on that thing, taking action in that direction, who are willing to, you know, try new things with you, or who are able to bring their insight to something that you're doing, or vice versa, you know, feeling invited for your unique perspective. What I'm saying here is that just like I sense just a calling in of more exciting and healthy connections that assist in this like inner, this passion, this Ace of Wands in your heart space, this warm energy, this fierce energy. You know, there's a notion of like, I really sense you shining. Like, I feel like this eclipse is gonna happen and like, boom, like there's almost like I'm feeling a deeper confidence with stepping out and shining again after a tough time, after, you know, a real tough time. And again, focus on health and wealth with the 10 of Pentacles in your subconscious. Like, this is very abundant energy, very successful energy. And why I keep saying health and wealth is like, they're kind of like two sides of the same coin to me. Like, there's, you know, wealth, but health is also wealth. And I just sense that just there's a healthier, happier, you know, kind of focus as things come to a close and chapters open. Your inner child is so proud of you. Like, so proud of you. Some of you may have been doing some deep generational healing. Seriously deep generational healing. There could be like a bunch of things. It could be, you know, a bunch of like, your inner child is really, really proud of you. I just feel like there's this notion of like jumping up and down and feeling like, wow, like so victorious. There's such a notion of like victory here at coming out of a hard time. That's what the 6 of Wands is. The card that comes before that is the 5. And it's the 6 is kind of riding out of this place with your head held high, being recognized for the hard work that has been done, and your inner child is recognizing you, and your past selves in the chapters that you have been healing are recognizing you. They're clapping for you. They're like, yeah, and all the tools that you've wanted to keep out of those chapters are firmly in your toolbox, and you're ready to apply those tools to what is being built ahead, what is being built in the moment. Because your Page of Pentacles is in your strength. So like, look at them, like really put their head down into the book, you know, and there's this notion of like, yeah, this guide, you know, this dragon guide being to help them. So again, some of you may be looking for like a mentor, or like different kind of help resourcefully, maybe in a program that, you know, maybe you guys are starting some programs or studies or business programs where you're able to get a mentor. Because, yeah, I just see you learning lots of new things. And being very dedicated to the learning of these things, dedicated to the building of these things, being very in the moment, right? The Page of Pentacles in your strengths is this. Pages are curious. Pages have a freshness to them. They're also kind of inner child cards. So that's where I sense that there's a newness, new skills, new relationships, new paths, new this that are being explored moment by moment. The path is unfolding in front of you, and there's this very much a powerful presence, powerful present moment energy that, you know, I'm feeling here. Again, if you are looking for assistance in reaching this goal or getting to this next level, the Six of Pentacles says there's help there for you. Please don't be afraid to ask for help. Asking for help is a strength. I know that it can come with feelings of discomfort, but I mean what I say. It is a strength, and to feel that discomfort, but to know that you're worth it. Okay, people want to help you. You deserve all the good things, and you know, on the flip too, like some of you may be in a position where you're ready to be able, you know, you're feeling ready to offer your assistance. You're ready to participate in you know, assisting a loved one, or you know, some, you know, community initiative or whatever it may be. Being a mentor in a program, being a support in a program of some way. So it's cool. There's major growth here. And then the Four of Wands in your advice, like, I just feel like the universe is like, look how far you've come, okay? Like, please just enjoy how far you've come. Like, wow, celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. I sense too, like maybe around this new moon and this eclipse and this moon phase, the Scorpio time, it could be, you know, invited to things. And I sense it's really important to, you know, if you're feeling like intrigued by that and feel like a yes, but there's something that you're like, you know, it's good. It goes, you know, it's okay to celebrate. It's okay to connect. It's okay, you know, accept the invitations that, you know, excite you, because that is what I sense this whole reading is going towards. Oh, if I can pick this up, is the Two of Wands in the future, which is like-minded individuals that match your frequency, individuals that encourage you in your goals, your dreams, who are willing to support you and just like, yeah, like celebrate, just like, oh man, like enjoy your shine, enjoy your magic, enjoy you being your whole self. Okay, this is like, friends, this is, you know, next loves or workplaces, opportunities that like are ready to just witness you shine, support you in your shining, support you being your whole you, the whole version of yourself, because I sense that shit has shattered and you've pulled the pieces back together, and you've, you know, this vessel and filled it with fire, the fire that is you, and have become really aware of what is important to you, what is intriguing to you, what is exciting to you, and made moves towards that and continue to make moves towards that. Your inner child's like, yes, oh my gosh, yes. And there's this willingness to learn, this openness to learn. This is your strengths, right? The Page is like, again, next is the Knight. So the Page is taking in information, the Knight is taking action with that information. And you get to the Queen, that there's this manifestation of those intakes and those actions, and the same with the King, getting to this like successful level of abundance, what it is that you've built, and being able to look around in the structure. Like, so whatever it is that you're building, know that you are not alone. It's okay to ask for help. Also, kudos to you if you're feeling ready to step out into more of a leadership position, step out and being able to donate to an initiative or donate to a program or something like that you believe in, to benefit the community around you, because there is a whole wrapping up of a chapter that was, and a whole opening of what is and will be. And I commend you in the healing that you've done. It takes time to remove 10 swords out of your back and balm the wound and heal yourself. Again, to put those pieces back together to create the vessel and fill it with fire. Pile number 2, I'm so proud of you. And whatever it is that you're doing has this like super gorgeous growth potential. I just see lots of signs here in the cards of, just abundance and stability, and like health and wealth for you and those around you. There's just a real focus on there's something here like what nourishes you as well as others, and like you first, and for reverberating out, it affects others, it inspires others, right? Like when you nourish yourself, and you feel like the wholeness of you, then that you bring into those interactions, like it benefits the world more than you can know. Rather than exporting your energy till you have none, there's a notion of being able to really be able to feel that eternal flame, and feeling a sense of confidence again, and feeling a sense of charisma and excitement and sensuality, that comes with the fire energy here too. It's really amazing energy. And if it resonates with you, please leave a comment below. Okay, I want to hear from you if you feel comfortable. And when I started this whole reading, it's like you will love again. The 2 of Cups is in your blockages. And like blockages doesn't mean like you're blocking it, but or it's not happening. It's just that I sense that there's been maybe some challenging times in the love realm, or in the connection space, right? And that's being worked on, and like the 2 of Wands in the future will assist in like the 2 of Cups as well, because you are lovable. And for those of you who have maybe have gotten a divorce or have gone through a challenging breakup, I just want to reflect to you that you are worth all of the healthy love in the world. Okay, and keep doing what you're doing, keep shining, keep expressing yourself, keep tapping into your power, and following your curiosity, and trying new things, and exploring your sensuality, your charisma, and saying, connecting to people, places, and things that gas you up in ways that you feel are supportive and encouraging, who really like you, that you feel good around. Okay, and that is going to assist in clearing these emotional pathways to being ready for love again. Okay, so I just want to let you know, if you don't know already, that you are absolutely worth all of the healthy love in the world. You deserve all the beautiful things. You deserve all the juicy connection, the romantic love, the friendship love, the community love, the work love, like all of it. Okay, I'm proud of you for navigating and healing out of this difficult time, and I sense that this is a time of abundance, creativity, excitement, positive connection, and just achievement. There's a lot of abundance here. So let's look at your cards. Okay, White Tara, sensitivity. You are becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. Yeah, I feel like that is very much an affirmation to this reading, where I sense you have been and are moving away from those harsh kind of connections and being, very discerning about the kind of connections that you do come alongside, that you do resonate with, because it's very important from what I see in the cards that they, you feel good around them, good around the relationships, good in the environment and the situation. So call on White Tara if this resonates with you. There's an increasing sensitivity, and that is a beautiful thing. Sensitivity is strength. And so, yeah, avoid harsh relationships, environment, situations, and chemicals. Okay, what do we got here? Wow, we've got 31 alchemical mutation. Wow, yes, there's this rebirth. Oh, Phoenix energy hard in this pile, like super beautiful. Oops, I went past it. Okay, your spiritual growth is changing your mind, body, and soul. It is very real. It is helping you fulfill all aspects of your divine destiny. It is awakening spiritual talents and attracting in new energies. This process will bring tremendous joy and satisfaction. Yes, pile number 2. Tremendous joy and satisfaction. Yes. So beautiful, beautiful confirmation. And our last one is Layla. Oh my gosh, this card is such a beautiful card. What number is it? 34. Layla. Put aside your clever schemes. O lover, be mindless. Become mad. Dive into the heart of the flame. Become fearless. Be like a moth. Turn away from the self and tear down the house. Then come and dwell in the house of love. Be a lover. Live with lovers. Clean your chest from all hostility. Wash it 7 times. Then fill it with the wine of love. Be a chalice for love. Be a chalice. You must be all love to be worthy of the beloved. When going to the gathering of drunks, be a drunk. Become drunk. Your thought takes a course, dragging you in its wake. Move beyond thought. Let your heart lead. Be the leader. When the grace of love is revealed, be a mirror to reflect it. When the beloved's hair is loosened, brush it like a comb. Be a comb. Rumi. How I long for my thoughts to no longer make any sense to me. Then I can be rid of them, like noisy house guests who have overstayed their welcome. Oh, the peace when they finally go. Their incessant chatter brings me no comfort. I crave the silence of you. Will you let me hear it? Will you run through the noisy house of my mind with your great muddy feet so that I can focus on something other than my mind for a while? Maybe you can make such a mess that I shall give up my plans and attempt at order completely. Just give in for a change. It's time for that. To give up my ridiculous fantasies of perfection. Useless, noisy, irritating, demanding, and yet deadening perfection. I'd rather just be alive. I want to plant my head in the earth, in the same mud that sticks to your feet, and breathe in her rich soil smell. I want to feel her heart, beating in the quiet movements of the roots of the plants as they stretch and grab and stop my ears with their fertile dirt, finally gaining peace from the constant infernal racket of thoughts no longer wanted. Wow. Holy. So powerful. So yeah, there's this freedom. There's such a freedom in your reading, pile number 2. And I sense you free. There's freedom of the mind, body, soul, spirit, and just opening up being the chalice, being the vessel, filling it with fire, filling it with love, and being open to exploring what life has to offer, releasing perfection, releasing, this mental chatter, because that's part of the 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords is our mental energy, the painful memories of painful experiences. I sense that there's been so much healing, And now there's this like, yeah, desire to just taste, touch, and experience all that life has to offer. And I wish you all the best. So I hope this was of service to you in some way. I hope that the new moon in Scorpio brings many blessings to you. I really see it in the cards for sure. And again, let me know if, if anything resonated, if there's any synchronicities, or if there's any reflections that you have down in the comments, okay? Love you. All right, let's go to number 3. All right, hey, pile number 3. If you chose the amber ring, this is your reading. Pile number 3, I'm super grateful that you're here. So, truth, trust, and transformation. Let's see what's coming up for you in this new moon in Scorpio solar eclipse energy. Pile number 3. What's going on for pile number 3? Oh, 4 of Wands. There's achievement. There's commitments. There's milestones. There's celebrations. Oh, I just heard like a whole round of applause, and that's beautiful. Oh, the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Like, there's deep healing and spiritual transformation, spiritual gifts, and there's, yeah, wow. So some of you have deepened your, trust with your intuition, and there's something really paying off in regards to that, whether it's, within your relationships or within your work or within whatever it is that you're doing. The 4 of Wands is stopping to see how far you've come, to celebrate, not stopping to see how far you've come, stopping to celebrate how far you've come, okay? And some of you may be, feeling ready to take a relationship to the next level, and there's this knowing that there, a knowing of your readiness to that. Some of you may have just got married, or are expanding your family, or have gotten promotions at work, or started that business or initiative. Maybe some of you have, trusted your gut and moved somewhere, moved jobs, and it's really paying off. King of Swords. Yeah, like there's a trust with your mind, and there's a real notion of like, I keep wanting to say humanitarian effort. So like there's some of you have really maybe started an initiative in regards to helping people in your community. Maybe some of you are, healers in the community. Practitioners, healers. Some of you too, like in this pile, like may have really been doing generational healing, clearing kind of generational pathways, and allowing ancestral gifts to take form. There's a real like knowledge of self in this reading with the King of Swords, the High Priestess, and the 4 of Wands. Some of you may be, like I said, being ready to express yourself. Some of you may be thinking about proposals, promotions, anything that is like a milestone, and being really clear and expressing yourself as to what it is that you're doing and what it is that yeah, what it is that you're doing. So yeah, there's always a humanitarian aspect with the King of Swords. So some of you, again, maybe have aligned yourself with an initiative, or, you know, have really been working on your practice as a healer. And I feel like the universe is like, look how far you've come. Celebrate how far you've come. Like, look at you using your spiritual gifts. Look at you using your intuitive gifts. Look at you using your deep ancestral gifts, your gifts, period, full stop. And celebrate that. Celebrate that growth. Celebrate those milestones. And yeah, others of you, maybe you're getting ready to express yourself to a certain, you know, special person, whether it's asking them out on a date, or asking them to move in, or asking them to marry you, or having someone ask you those things. You know, maybe there's people that are going to come forward and express themselves to you. People, you know, might be coming forward, you know, your partner may invite you and be ready to move in with each other, or ready to marry each other, or ready to expand your family together, and being very clear on your intentions in regards to that. All right, what else is coming up for pile number 3? All right, so we've got the 6 of Cups in your inner child position, which is cute, which is one of the inner child cards. Ooh, we've got the Tower in the subconscious energy. Temperance in the conscious. Queen of Swords in the heart space. There's that 4 of Wands in the past position, so maybe these are things that have already happened. 2 of Wands in the present, and the Lovers in the future. 5 of Cups in the blockages. 7 of Cups in the strengths. And we've got the Ace of Wands as the advice. And then we've got the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So there's something here that, you know, it helps you, that makes you feel really happy. So again, you may be a healer, using your gifts to heal in some way, to support people in your community in some way, and there's a lot of fulfillment here. Some of you may be in relationships that are very fulfilling and emotionally safe, and there's been growth and milestones reached, and there's this like, yeah, there's this matching of your frequency, there's this inspiration, there's this like passion, and that is really, you know, bringing a lot of love into your life. Like I said, you know, in the beginning, so beautiful. Your inner child is very present in this reading. They're very curious. There's just this wonderment that comes with this card. And with that being in your inner child position, there's a certain wonderment that is coming through your reading. You may feel a certain wonder with life, especially if you're feeling very much aligned in the work that you're doing, aligned with, like, you know, your gifts that you're sharing, and like the reciprocity you're gaining in return, and feeling, you know, that emotional connection to what it is that you're doing. So and maybe, you know, too, if you're in a relationship and you resonate with that part of this energy, your inner children are really happy together. You feed your inner child. There's a sense of like, yeah, like creativity, curiosity, you know, enjoyment. Like, you just enjoy each other. And if you're single and you resonate with more of the work, you enjoy the work that you're doing because it's coming from deep within the high priestess, the soul. And I feel like there's this kind of sad period that's coming to a close. It's coming to an end. And this passion and this excitement and this intrigue and this drive is really what is opening up here. So again, the eclipses bring rapid change. I've been saying in the last 3 piles, they're like an eraser board. It creates a clean slate and also amplifies the things that, you know, we are wanting to create out of the healthiest well-being of our soul. That's what the cosmos wants to amplify, right? So this, and then eclipses is time to just chill out and relax and let eclipses do their thing, because there's a notion of working quite hard up until this point. The 4 of Wands is stopping to celebrate how far you've come, stopping to celebrate your achievements, your milestones, and with the 2 of Wands, like really celebrating it with the people that you love, the people that you vibe with, and, you know, experiencing deeper love of self, deeper love of life, deeper love of the other. What's interesting is this Tower in the subconscious. Like, that's where I'm getting this rapid change, like where a time of sadness is coming to a close, where things have been challenging and disappointing. There's chapters of those that is of that frequency coming to a close, and the Temperance now is alchemizing all of the different elements of those frequencies, right? Like incorporating the learning into the present moment and the unfolding future moments, the unfolding moments. The Temperance card is trust with yourself. It's also it's the alchemist. It's this curious, calm integration of different elements in order to create gold. And I feel like there's been a lot of effort in creating that gold, and I'm, you know, like alchemizing the light and the shadow energies, the masculine and the feminine energies, the, you know, sadness and the sorrow and the grief with the joy, the excitement and the passion. And like there's this, through that, there's this real solid balance, this solid core that I feel in this reading. The Queen of Swords in your heart space too, like I feel like the Queen of Swords in this reading is coming out of the underworld, coming out of the shadow time, you know, bearing gifts of knowledge, of, you know, truth. There's like a lot of creativity, I sense, new ideas and perspectives on the things that you have experienced in the past. Some of you, maybe thinking about ways to ask your partner to move in, ask your partner to marry you, or vice versa. Like these could be offerings coming in as well, to make a choice to be decisive about. I sense pile number 3, you know yourself so much more, and like you know yourself so much more. That's all I can really say. And through the work that you do, through the people that you're with, this is even bringing that into focus even more, and allowing this sad time to get further and further in the rearview mirror. The Ace of Wands is about taking action. The Ace of Wands is about that internal flame, the internal, the life force that flows within all of us. Oh, and then, oh, interesting. So I sense like there's a strength with allowing it all in some way. Like there's this like allowance of everything, all of it is in. Like there's like, it's almost like there's a notion of just being open to the potential, open to all of the feelings that are arising, you know, paying attention to the dreams, paying attention to your intuitive insights, and like allowing it all in, and like alchemizing it with the temperance and the conscious position, playing with all of the elements that are coming up. And that is what is assisting in this deeper knowledge of self and, you know, of what's gold to you. There's a very kind of like I don't sense this is in a bad way. There's a protection over your heart, like, and that's not to say like it's closed or guarded or anything like that, but there's just like this, the Queen of Swords is guarding this place because it's like there's this understanding through knowing yourself more of how beautiful and tender your heart is, and that, you know, you're responsible to like stick up for yourself, to protect yourself, to be discerning over who you let in, and not closed. Okay, discerning is different than closed. So there may have been a closed time, but it's like opening now, and through that opening there's this alchemy of like what we talked about, joy and sadness and thriving and all of these, like, and surviving and finding your truth in that, and that you're allowed to be multiple things. You're allowed to feel multiple different ways. You're allowed to be a dynamic person. So why is the Tower here in the pile 3 subconscious energy? It's a big bonfire, so, you know, like my first initial feel is that there's things kind of being brought to the burn pile from chapters past. You know, this could be a powerful time to really kind of do releasing ceremonies with the new moon, and like seed planting ceremonies. So as you write down the things that you're releasing and taking to the burn pile, also write down the intentions that are wanting to be kind of nurtured and grown moving forward. So we got the Page of Wands. Yeah, there's something you have to create the big bonfire, the burn pile, in order to, you know, create the fertile soil and like remove all the brush and the brambles in order to have more room to experience what it is that, you know, calls to us, what intrigues us, the freshness. The Page of Wands is all about readiness for new adventures, readiness for new experiences, having a sense of curiosity and trusting themselves in that curiosity. There's a, you know, a freshness to the energy because it's a page, so there's a lot of like growth potential there. It's also a match, so, which is interesting because again, like maybe there's a certain like lighting of the bonfire in order to release what no longer is serving you, because there's a definite chapter coming to a close here. And there's also kind of a notion of like really stoking the inner bonfire within, and feeling that passion and that life come back to you. So for some of you, this could be very few of you, that a relationship didn't pan out or an offering didn't pan out in a way, and there's been like a bit of like a heart like sinking moment, and I sense you bouncing back from that. So good for you. I also sense that pile number 3, you're willing to make the changes necessary in order to feel better. And that's profound and beautiful. Very much Queen of Swords as well, being like very articulate. We got the King of Swords that came out too, right? So King and Queen. So I'm getting very much like partnership energy as well. So it could go on both sides. Some of you may like I feel like this is very few of you. Very few of you maybe didn't have like something pan out and are bouncing back. Others of you are, you know, really articulating your love and your passion to someone, whether it's asking them out for the first time, asking them to move in with you, or asking them to marry you or expand your family or whatever. Others of you are very much like feeling that alignment in your career and that passion, that choosing, that connection, that purpose. That's very Queen and King of Swords, is being very expressive and very decisive, making decisions, being very community oriented as well. They want to help. They want to figure out ways to help other people. The Queen of Swords does it by like action. The Queen of Swords goes down into the underworld and comes back again. Like, you know, this is the heartbreak queen, often like gone through a lot in life and still is able to lead with love. And that doesn't come easily, but you know, they do it, and with it in your heart space, I sense that that's something that you're able to do too. A soldier of love, my friend. And it's assisting, whatever it is, like whatever, if it's relationships or work or both, wherever you're falling in all of this, I sense your inner child is feeling a sense of wonder, and therefore you are experiencing a sense of wonder, a sense of flow, a sense of creativity, a sense of innocence, a sense of play. In pile number 1, we talked about enchantment, being enchanted with life again. And then we've got we've got the 3 of Wands with the full moon. So there's maybe some things when it comes to, these milestones being reached, these move-in dates, these projects at work, these things like, I sense, you know, by the next eclipse and the full moon in Taurus, these things will really be an actualization. Because the 3 of Wands is another like intention setting and card. So, and trusting that your ships are going to come in. Okay, and what's Temperance here in the conscious position? The Star. So yeah, your gold. What is your gold? What is your, you know, alchemist gold concept? What is it that you're creating? What is it that you're wanting? What is it that you're hoping for? What is it that you're praying for? You know, because this is the Star, and the Star comes after the Tower. The Star is the calm after the storm. So again, back to this like challenging chapter in some way coming to an end. Throw, you know, the things in the burn pile, the brush, the brambles, the fallen sticks, the dried leaves, you know, like throw it in the bonfire and let it power you up, you know? And I hope that this is like encouraging, because I really feel like there's a certain, like there is something that is over, a chapter that is done, and therefore a chapter beginning. With the Tower, change comes opportunity for growth, and with Temperance there's this curiosity, and with the Star it's like this hope, this wish, this you know, prayer. And I forget what I was just gonna say. It's a sigh of relief. It's like gratitude. feeling really proud of yourself for what it is that you've accomplished and what it is that you've done, to celebrate how far you've come, to celebrate this growth, to celebrate this feeling, and to, step out into the world again, to feel, your energy, your power coming back to you, and feeling that confidence and moving about in the world and aligning with the work that you're doing, aligning in your relationships, aligning in your community, and feeling that sense of love, capital L, come back to you. Because the Lovers is, yes, partnership and connection, but it's also the alchemizing of your energy, the masculine and feminine energy, the shadow and the light, energy, the yin, the yang, like all of these polarities, and like the way that they reach into each other is temperance. And yeah, being so true to yourself that you're unshakable. There's so much that I sense is shaken, that is streamlined into this like your truth of self, to be so unshakable, like yourself, and are curious about how what life has to offer, and how, because we're not stagnant. We don't just stop. Our identities are not just like static, but there's like kind of a core truth and a core awareness of your strength and your ability to handle things. So very, very powerful. And now it's the calm after the storm, and I hope you enjoy this time to take that sigh of relief, to feel that comfort in your body and in your environment and whatever it is that you're doing. There's kind of prayers answered kind of energy here. Yeah, and I want to do one more card here. Why is the Queen of Swords in the heart space? Enjoying the people in your lives and enjoying the work that you're doing, and just honestly enjoying your sense of your power, your energy back to you after this challenging time. And yeah, again, if you feel like you want to do a releasing ceremony, also an intention setting ceremony around this new moon, again, the day of the eclipse, I encourage you to just chill, sleep, drink tons of water. But if you're seeing this before the eclipse or after the eclipse, if you feel called to, please do those exercises. But yeah, on the time of the eclipse and a couple days around that time, it's like chill, make sure you're drinking enough water, and let the eclipse do what it do. Page of Cups. So yeah, the heart, like being aware and being very clear on what is important to you and what it is that you want to nurture and to grow. Again, some of you may be growing your families. You may be ready to grow a family. You may be ready to, nest together. You may be ready to call in a relationship that meets you in that desire. Some of you may be ready to, keep nurturing a position at work, or to keep growing your, business and nurture your business. So there's the sense that the heart, the heart is articulating itself to the mind, and that Queen of Swords energy is, having a sense of clarity and truth and expression and intention with bringing it about. So I sense, there's a sense of clarity over what the heart wants, what your heart wants, what you want to nurture, how it is that you want to be nurtured as well, right? The Page of Cups is about, like, look at those little eggs in the nest. It's like there's a tenderness to it. And again, coming back to that feeling of protection and discernment over your tender, beautiful heart, not closed off, not like blocked or anything like that, but like the Queen of Swords is often depicted with her hand out, being ready to, to hear from, others, to, accept what life has to offer, but her sword is often raised, ready to draw a boundary. So that's where I'm getting this energy of feeling like really becoming aware of how tender and beautiful your heart is, and that, you're allowed to protect it and be discerning about who you let into your heart space, and being very discerning about, like the people that meet you and match you and want to grow with you, want to nurture you and enjoy the way that you nurture them, and, grow together. So very cool. And yeah, if you're like a healer or a practitioner, like different ways that you tend to the heart space during challenging days or challenging times, especially if you're helping other people, because again, the King and Queen of Swords is very humanitarian. They're very like community focused. So there's just kind of an awareness over how to take care of yourself and how to take care of your heart. Okay, let's do some oracle and see what's going on. Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. Very beautiful. So yeah, like really tuning into what it is that you need, how you, and nurturing yourself, witnessing and celebrating how far you've come, connecting to the, those people who match your frequency, that you feel encouraged by, and where you feel loved by, and maybe resting when you need to, taking action when you feel ready to. All of these different things, like you're allowed to fluctuate is what I'm trying to say. And I feel like there's like a peace with that. You're like an acceptance with fluctuating, and being cool with it, right? Like the Six of Cups, like look at them, look at those bubbles. Like if you want to stop and look at the clouds for a while and zone out and chill out and like flow out with whatever it is that you're doing, even if you're staring at the clouds or working on a hobby or reading that book that you love, or like anything that like feeds that inner child, like do it. It's so important, because there is an exhale, there is a deep inhale and an exhale, like because I really feel like there is a challenging time that has come to an end, and you're willing to make the changes necessary, even if they're hard, to initiate the change, to expand and create the spaciousness for healthier and better things. So very cool. Okay, let's do this one. 13, trust in the plan. In preparation for radical growth, there can be temporary disorder and chaos. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, the spirit knows that this is a way for the old to disassemble so the new can be formed. Although you may feel out of control during such times, you do not need to resist the process. There is no need to attempt to impose your own sense of order upon the greater plan. You do not need to seek solutions, for there is no problem here in need of solving. What has been is being cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in your life. Have faith, all is well. Yes. Wow. So yeah, that really brings into focus that the Tower and the subconscious, with the Page of Wands and the Temperance card and the conscious. It's like, it may feel like there's lots happening. There may be like rapid change and chaos, and it feels destabilizing. The Tower brings a destabilizing energy, but with that change brings opportunity for growth. And that is powerful. Okay, and the last one is 39, Blessings of Zahra. Wow, beautiful. Oops, over here. Okay. Blessings of Zahra. Let go of thought. Don't take it into your heart. You are naked and thought is like ice. You use thought to seek release from suffering and pain, while thought is the cause of your suffering and pain. The realm of creation is outside the scope of thought. O foolish one, see the opus and behold the beauty. Look in the direction from which the images flow. See the brook that causes the wheel to turn. Rumi. I wish to pull that false confection from your mouth. Oh, I know you will open your mouth even wider to scream like the terrible cry of a toddler denied. But the moment you open your mouth wide and draw breath to bemoan the outrageous travesty of your loss, I shall shove my divine finger dripping with nectar into your gaping mouth. I'll let you suckle then, surprised and contented by the sweetness that surpasses all other sweets. Wow. So, yeah, I feel like this is such a powerful reading, and with the Tower, like, things can be destabilizing, things can feel like they're ripping, they are changing, or they have ripped, they have changed, they have turned out different, but again, there's a sense of curiosity, there's a sense of openness to allowing all of the things to flow up, and that is assisting you in gaining greater clarity of what's important to you and what your heart is saying, and to be in the heart space, to be in this emotional space, to explore what it is that you need, what it is that how it is that you love, and what it is that you feel, even if it's discomfort, right? And like it said, like, I want to rip that confection from your mouth and you'll scream even louder, but I'm going to replace it like with nectar that's dripping. And it's like, that's what I sense in this reading, is that there's been things that have been really challenging. There's been lots of change in life, and change isn't always fun, but it is necessary, and it is cathartic, and creates more spaciousness for blessings. And I feel like this eclipse season is going to bring in so many blessings. And again, I keep feeling this sigh of relief, and I'm really glad that the Page of Cups came out over the heart, the heart space, because I can see that the heart is informing the mind instead of the mind bullying the heart. Because when there's a logical card in the heart space, sometimes it can be a bit cold, or it can be a little bit mean, and maybe there's been notions of being kind of mean to yourself and hard with yourself. And this Page of Cups, this heart space, and exploring that heart space through this change, because change really helps us kind of rupture and fall into place with our spirit and our soul again, and to tap into that intuition, and tap into that knowing, and tap into the heart, and let the heart really guide, and the heart really nurture and nourish. So then the mind can kind of take the information from the heart and be tasked, because the mind is very powerful and very helpful. So tasked to initiating those plans and initiating those that expression, being able to express your heart, being able to express your love. So yeah, I hope this was helpful in some way. I wish you the best in this new moon in Scorpio. There's so much that has been cleared away, that's probably gone deep, 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 and the Scorpio, takes it even deeper. And there's lots of light that's flowing in there, though. We have the Four of Wands in the past. Like, really celebrate how far you've come. Okay, pile number 3, you have achieved great success. You are deserving of healthy love, and you're deserving of reaching those milestones, and probably have by now if it's in the past, and are flowing with like-minded individuals and people that you feel equally loved by, and who encourage you and support you, and are really flowing into greater sense of love. And yeah, it's just beautiful. So again, your advice is the Ace of Wands. Keep tapping into that inner flame, inner power, exploring your creativity, taking action, and feeling passionate. Yeah. So, okay, well, you were the last of the piles, and these were very, very interesting. They were very powerful, cathartic, transformative, right? Like the 3 words: truth, trust, truth, and transformation. And so much has, like, it's all come back to that every reading, you know, trust in oneself, trust in ourselves to explore our truth and to navigate the transformations. Knight of Cups, keep following your heart, keep sharing your love, keep feeling that big deep sigh of relief and knowing that, you know, you were deserving of love, and, you know, to feel a bit more dreamy and to allow that flow state, like I said, with the inner child. And Maeve, honor your cycles and rhythms. Like, take action when you're feeling ready to take action, rest when you're feeling ready to rest and need to rest, and, you know, make time for enjoyment, play, inner child stuff, to feel like that Knight of Cups romantic energy as well. So I love you all very much. Please leave a comment below if you feel called to like and subscribe. Like I said, I am really wanting to draw in my community, and I love like doing these. I learn so much, and I just thank you so much for this opportunity to share my passion and also learn and expand in my truth and my awareness of life and my connection with life through, you know, this energy. So I love you, and I'll see you soon.